Hello, good morning, Namaskar. Welcome to S.st classes. Hope you all are fit and fine and enjoying your studies at your home with S.st classes. First of all, I would like to ensure you that there is no need to worry about your studies. I am here to take care about that. So guys, in the last video we were discussing about population density and population increase. In that we discussed about the population density of India, the total density, the state with highest population density, and along with that state with lowest population density. We made a comparative study of the census data of 2001 and 2011. After that we discussed about population increase, and in that we discussed the population increasing rate of India, the different categories of population increase, means absolute increase and along with that relative increase. And now here we are going to discuss the remaining features related with census of India. The census data we are going to discuss here, or we are going to use here, is related with the census of 2001 and along with that the census of 2011. Means we will make a comparative study and after that we will reach to the conclusion. Okay, so the next point we are going to discuss here is sex ratio. So what do we actually mean by sex ratio? Guys, if we would like to define it, then we can say that the number of women on per thousand man is known as sex ratio. So what do we actually mean by sex ratio is the number of women on per thousand man. Okay, the number of women on per thousand man is known as the sex ratio. Guys, sex ratio is a very important, it is a very important indicator to show the social structure of a society. Means if we talk about India, then it shows us the social structure present in the Indian society, means it shows us the level of equality of opportunities present for both man and women, means which kind of differences are there, and along with that what is the mentality of the society about women and how they are treating them and how they are giving them opportunities, or we can say that which kind of opportunities they are getting and what is the difference between the opportunities provided to man and women. Okay, so according to census data of 2001 and 2011, if we make an analysis, then we can say that the sex ratio of the country in 2001 census was 933, which increased till 940 in the census of 2011. Along with that, if we talk about the state with highest sex ratio, then it is Kerala, which is nearby 1054 in 2001 and increased till 1084 in 2011. So this is the state with highest sex ratio in the country. If we talk about the state with lowest sex ratio, then our answer will be Haryana. Haryana has the highest sex ratio in the country. Is that clear? Haryana has the lowest sex ratio in the country according to the census of 2011, which was 879. Okay. If we talk about the census of 2001, then the lowest sex ratio was related with Delhi. It was related with Delhi, which was 821. Okay, and we talk about Haryana, then in 2001 it was 861. Okay, so in this way, according to the different data available here, the highest sex ratio is in Kerala, which is 1054 in 2001 and 1084 in 2011. If we talk about the lowest sex ratio, then according to the census of 2011, it was 879 in Haryana. Haryana is a state with lowest sex ratio. And according to the census data of 2001, as it is mentioned in your book, in Delhi it was 821 and in Haryana it was 861. Okay, so in this way, after discussing about the sex ratio, as the next here we are going to discuss about as composition. So what is the as composition of the country? So guys, what do we actually mean by as composition? As composition means the percentage of various categories of as groups present in a country. Okay, so the point is as composition. As composition. So if we talk about as composition, then it means the percentage of various categories of as groups present in a country. Okay, that is called as composition of the population of that country. There are three categories of as composition. First of all, children. The first category of as composition is related with children. Means below 15 years of age. Below 15 years of age. So guys, children is generally the age group which is below 15 years of age, and this age group is in productive, and along with that they are dependent, means they are not having any contribution, any productive activity, means in an economic manner. Economically they are not giving any kind of contribution in any kind of productive activity, and along with that they are dependents, means they need to be provided with food, shelter, clothes and other needable things. Okay, so this is a dependable group. It is economically unproductive. They are not having any kind of production in the economy. Now if we talk about the next as group or next category of as composition, then it is the working as group. It is the working as group. It is the working as group. Okay, and this group is generally between 15 to 59 years of age. Okay, means we can say that all the persons who are from 15 to 59 years of age are included in the working as group of the population of a country, and this is the most important part of the population of a country. Means we can say that this is the productive part of the population of a country, which give their production, and all the activities of production, means they are available for recruitment and different kind of employment opportunities, and along with that they also provide the needable things which required by the other categories of as groups. Okay, so this is the productive part of a population. Now the next point is as group. We can say that all as group also, all as group. All as group generally above 59 years. Means we can say that all the persons above the age of 59 years are included in the all as group. Guys, this is a group where generally the persons who are having as more than 59 years are included. They can be economically productive, but they are not capable to provide employment by recruitment. Means they can provide employment, but according to the different rules, regulations, and we can say that according to the recruitment laws, they are incapable. They provide their employment, they provide their contribution in the production voluntarily. Okay, so this is also a category of dependable group. So in this way we can say that in the S composition there are three categories of S groups: children below 15 years, working age 15 to 59 years, and after that all S group 15 above 59 years. Okay, we can say that 59 plus. So children as group or old as group, both are dependent on the working as group. Is that clear, guys? So in this way, the most important part, the economic point of view for a country is working as group. And if we talk about the census data, then we can say that in India, nearby 58% is related with the working as group, 34% is related with the children as group, and finally remaining 7% is related with the old as group. Now the next point which we are going to discuss here is literacy rate. The next point is literacy rate. So guys, literacy is the most important part which shows us that how the people are thinking. Means we can say that a literate person can make best choice, and along with that he can also undertake research and developmental activities which are good or beneficiary for the economic point of view for a country. Is that clear? So literacy is a very important part which provides active participation of the citizens of a country in the administration, or we can say that in the economy of a country. So if we talk about literacy, then first of all we have to find out what do we actually mean by literate. Only then we will be able to find out the literacy rate, or what do we mean by literacy rate. So first of all, according to the census data of 2001 or 2011, or we can say that according to the census of 2001 and 2011, a person above the age of 7 years who can read, write and understand any language is literate. Is that clear? A person above the age of 7 years, a person above the age of 7 years who can read, write and understand any one language, is known as literate. So literate means a person who is capable enough to understand, read and write any language. Okay, so now what do we mean by literacy rate? Literacy rate means the percentage of literate persons in the country out of the total population. Now if we talk about the census data of 2001, then the total literacy rate of the country was nearby 64%, which increased till 74% in the census of 2011. Okay. After that, at the time of census of 2011, the male literacy rate was 82%, and along with that the female literacy rate of the country is 65.5% in 2011. If we talk about the census data of 2001, then the male-literacy rate of India in 2001 was nearby 75.26%. On the other hand, the female literacy rate was nearby 53%. Okay, so in this way, literacy rate of India in 2001 was 64%, or we can say that 64.84%. Total literacy rate of the country in 2011 was 74%. Or according to the census data of 2001, male literacy rate was 82%, or we can say that 82.1%. Female 65.5%. In the same manner, male literacy rate in 2001 75.26%, and female literacy rate is nearby 53%. Is that clear? So in this way, the discussion related with literacy rate and the census data related with literacy rate has been completed, and now the next point we are going to discuss here is related with occupational structure. So guys, what do we actually mean by occupational structure? Occupational structure means the various occupations present in a country, or the various occupations related with an economy, and what is the percentage of people related with them, means what is the percentage of people working in that particular sector or particular occupation. Okay, so the point is occupational structure. So guys, generally in an economy we have three major sectors: primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. Okay, so if we talk about the occupational structure, then we can say that the various occupations in which people are involved. So the various categories of occupations in which people are involved, in which people are indulged, in which the people are getting their employment, is known as occupational structure of that economy. Okay, and here we have three major occupations, or we can say that three major sectors in which people get occupation. First of all, the first sector is primary sector, and this sector is related with agricultural activities, which we can say that the activities which are included in the primary sector are agriculture, mining, dairy farming, along with that poultry farming. They all are included in the primary sector activities. Okay, means dairy farming, and along with that poultry and other allied activities are included in the primary sector. The next sector is secondary sector. And guys, all the activities related with construction and manufacturing are included in the secondary sector. Means we can say that in secondary sector generally we have activities of manufacturing and construction and building work. Okay, so the major part of this sector is related with manufacturing industries, and along with that the construction work, means the construction workers are also included in the secondary sector of economy. Okay, now after that the next sector of economy is tertiary sector. So guys, the first sector is primary sector. If we define the primary sector, then we can say that the sector of economy where the natural resources are used in direct form, that is called primary sector. And if we talk about the occupation, then we can say that the occupations related with the primary sector are included in the primary sector occupation, which are generally related with agriculture, mining, dairy farming, poultry farming and the quarrying work. Okay. After that, the next point is secondary sector. This is a sector of economy which is related with manufacturing industry, means which is related with the process of manufacturing. That is why this sector is also known as the industrial sector. And the major activities included in this sector are manufacturing and construction. Construction activities are also a part of secondary sector. Now the last point is the tertiary sector. If we talk about tertiary sector, then we can say that tertiary sector is a service providing sector. It is a service providing sector. So what I mean to say that is, the tertiary sector does not make any kind of production, it just gives contribution, means it just help the other sectors of economy for production. In actual mean, this sector of economy does not make any kind of production. Is that clear? Okay. Now after that, the next point, which are the major activities included in the tertiary sector or in the service sector? This sector is also known as the service sector. The major activities included in this sector are transportation, communication, banking services, and along with that the administrative activities. The administrative activities are included in the tertiary sector. Is that clear? So in this way, on the basis of occupation, we can divide the occupational structure in three types, three categories: primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. Now, if we talk about the occupational structure of the country according to the census of 2011, then we can say that nearby 49% population, or approximately 50% Indian population is depending on agriculture, means they are getting employment through the agriculture, and the remaining 50% is provided by the other two sectors of economy, secondary sector and the tertiary sector. And according to the census data of 2001, nearby 64% Indian population was depending on agriculture, means primary sector of economy. Okay, so this is the contribution of various sectors of economy in providing employment. Okay, so is that clear? What do we mean by occupational structure? Occupational structure means the structure, or we can say that the various kind of employment in which people are indulged, in which people are employed, is known as occupational structure of the economy. So the structure related with different categories of occupation, okay, which is divided in three parts: primary sector, secondary sector and the tertiary sector. Primary sector is also known as allied sector, secondary sector is also known as industrial sector, and tertiary sector is also known as service providing sector, or we can say that service sector. Is that clear? So in this way, in this video, we discussed about the major elements, or we can say that the various characteristics related with sex ratio, literacy rate, age composition, and finally occupational structure of economy. Okay, hope you will get my point. And while watching this video, if there will be any doubt in your mind, you can write me in the comment section. I will definitely help you to resolve all your doubts. Till then, stay at your home and be safe. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Jai Hind.